So I've been doing like meditation a little bit just because I've been getting stressed out, and I've been trying to find like ways to deal with that are like productive and not just drinking more coffee.
Smart.
Yeah, and so I've been using the Calm app. I use it for sleep stories, but now I've been using it for the meditation side too. There were a bunch of people that did the meditations that I didn't really love their voices, but they've gotten some new people in, including this Australian guy named Chibs Okerere. I'm not going to say his name right at all, but it's something like that. Chibs Okerere. I feel like I'm saying that with a New York accent, and he's Australian, so it's impossible for me to do it without sounding insane. But it's great. He's so great. They're 5-minute meditations. It's just like handling anxiety or like getting your day started right, that kind of stuff. But it's
I'll have to check it out.
I find it to be delightful. But yeah, so that's my one update.
Well, I will definitely check that out. That sounds really good.
Yeah, check it out.
Shall we?
You want to do the thing?
Let's do the thing.
Yeah. Welcome to Witchcast!
'Cause it's Witchcast.
I'm Emily.
I'm Kate.
And we are your hosts of the Witchcast podcast.
That's right, we're your learning, growing, ever-evolving novice witches interested in learning everything under the woo-woo, esoteric, spiritual umbrella universe that is witchiness.
Hell yeah. And today, we're talking all about something you probably want to know what it is. I wanted to know what it is. Now I kind of do. I'm going to tell you all about it, and so's Kate. It's Mercury Retrograde.
Mercury Retrograde. We're in one right now, witches. And we were like, why not delve a little deeper into this thing that we blame all of our problems on?
So we did definitely briefly touch on retrogrades, including Mercury Retrograde in some of our astrology episodes in the past.
Yes.
But today we're just focusing right on Mercury Retrograde. I think we glazed over it. We briefly touched it. We gave it a little tap on the shoulder on the way by in other episodes. But so today we're just talking, what's the deal with Mercury Retrograde?
Yeah. Where does it come from? What does it mean? How do you prepare for it? What do scientists think about it? Do we care?
Yeah, all that good stuff.
Yeah,
and what you can do to not have a bad time, hopefully.
Yeah. I think it's interesting. It's something that it's very common now, right? It's very much in the ethos. It's very much pop culture. All the major news publications post an article every time one comes around.
Yeah, totally.
It's very mainstream now, and it gets a lot of hate online too. Everyone's like, "Oh, Mercury's in Gatorade." There's a lot of like jokes about
Mercury in Gatorade? I do like that. I saw when I was looking this up that the New York Post had an article that I thought was going to be like, "Here's why this is bullshit," but it was just like an astrologer being like, "Here's what is happening," and I was like, "Oh, thanks, New York Post, I guess."
I was really surprised about the lack of vitriol that I came across in my research. I mean, like we've said before, Emily and I try to stick with like reputable sources when it comes to our research. Yeah. So just diving right in, I just want to talk a little bit about our friend Mercury, because one of the articles that I was really impressed by was in the New York Times of all publications.
Hello.
And it was very positive.
The old gray lady or something like that. Is that the New York Times? Or is that Washington Post? You know what? Never mind. Keep going.
I missed that. Anyway, so this is an article. I think this was published back in 2015. So it's a little old, but it's about kind of what the science is and about Mercury itself. This is by Kristen Dombeck. So the planet Mercury is not much larger than our moon. We're going to get into some like science right now. It's small and dense, made of mostly molten iron. It has a core of molten iron, and there's really hardly any crust or atmosphere, which is like baller. That's so intense. So
it's basically just an iron ball, like, rocketing around.
It's just, like, molten, like, molten iron, molten, like, just metals. And it orbits really fast. Wait, am I right? Mercury's the first planet closest to the sun, right? Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter. Okay.
Feels possible. Wait, I'm going to Google that.
Quick fact check while I keep talking about that. But it orbits around the sun once every 87.97 Earth days. So that's
it is the closest to the sun.
That's what I thought. I knew it was an M planet. Mm-hmm. Public school education.
Oh, okay. Yeah. My very excellent mother. Right.
So their year length, right, is 87.97 Earth days. It spins, though, very slowly. It rotates only 1.5 times every trip around the sun, which crazy. So their day is basically a fifth. Wait, nope, I'm not going to try and do math. But basically you get it. Their day is like almost as long as the year.
Yeah.
The temperatures at during the long night can drop to minus 280 degrees Fahrenheit and rise during the day to 800 degrees.
Damn, no wonder they don't have any plants.
Or living things.
Yeah.
And the poles have deposits of ice, though, at the poles. But the rest of the Mercury's surface is rough ground. And it has records within that rough ground of a ton of craters when it was pummeled by asteroids and meteors during the early years of its existence. And we have named on Earth all of the craters on Mercury after artists, which I thought was pretty cool.
Nice.
Those are all, it's 300, there's like almost 400, I think, craters that we've named. Shakespeare, John Lennon, Disney, Alvin Ailey, Bach, Hemingway, the Brontes, you name it. Only 22 of those are women, though. But, you know, 'tis
that's
us,
wild.
Earth.
I mean, I know they had to call them something probably in order to like refer to them while looking at them. But, you know, what is the point of having like the Walt Disney crater on Mercury?
Yeah, it's just some like probably white cis straight dude at NASA being like, this is fun. You know, like
I will name all of these.
Like naming your birds or something.
Yeah, I feel like even like if I were one of these people and I like died 100 years ago and came back to life and was like, so what's good? And they were like, well, we named one of the craters of Mercury after you. I'd be like, Oh, okay. All right, I guess.
Cool.
Neat.
Yeah, exactly. So these are all cataloged in the Gazetteer and Atlas of Astronomy, whatever, if you ever wanted to look those up. So, in terms of the retrograde, so grammatically, it is more correct to say, I don't even know if saying more correct is grammatically correct, but it is more grammatically correct to say that Mercury is retrograde. Mercury, not in retrograde. And that is an illusion. It's an apparent retrograde motion. So retrograde motion happens when a planet appears from our position as observed from Earth to reverse direction. And it's an optical illusion caused by the differences in orbit. Since Mercury is the fastest planet in our solar system, it enters an apparent retrograde motion between 3 to 4 times a year for about 3 weeks at a time, which we'll talk about more in a little bit.
Right, because it does that 87 and something day year. So it's like every however many, 87, 88 days. It
goes into
like
365.
Bye. I had to Google. I was trying to understand how the optical illusion worked, and I ended up walking by my lamp a bunch of times while spinning, trying to figure it out. And I think I understand now.
I wish I could be there to see you do that.
I was like eating my lunch and trying to walk by a lamp to be like, okay, yeah. So it looks closer, it looks further away, it looks like it's going backwards, but it's not moving. It's just that I'm moving, and it would be moving if it were Mercury, but just moving faster than me. Anyway, you can kind of get the idea.
Right, exactly. Well, also, I'm trying to find the source of where I found this, because in my research, it's not like Mercury goes in a straight circle. It does more of a loop-de-loop, and it kind of looks like kind of like pedals. You know, it reminds me of those toys we had in the 90s where you had the gears and the pencil and you would just kind of go around in circles, and it would. So I'm trying to find where I read this, but it basically, there's a lot of science in it, but it doesn't end up where it started. It's like a matter of seconds. I can't find it in my notes anymore, but it's like a matter of seconds where a difference every time it like revolves. It's I found that wild. Anyway, if I find it, I'll bring it back.
Hurts my brain. Like I said, I had to walk around a lamp in order to understand any part of this. So
I'm sorry. You're gonna be walking around. So okay, this is again. This was just further down the New York Times article that I missed. Okay, so every time Mercury orbits the sun, it ends up a little bit ahead of where it began. So the planet traces in space not a steady ellipsis, but a pattern of flower petals, called precession, this jumping ahead is explainable, some of it, by Newton's laws, but some of it isn't explainable by Newton's laws. The difference between where Mercury should end up, according to the law of gravity that works here on Earth, versus where it actually ends up is, again, small, like I said, minuscule. 43 arc seconds per century. But it has puzzled astronomers for years. And some even speculated that a phantom planet called Vulcan might have influenced Mercury's orbit. Wild. All of this is like, so fascinating to me. It's really cool.
So did they name Vulcan after Star Trek, or the Star Trek Vulcan after the Phantom Planet? I mean, it's got to be Star Trek after the Phantom Planet, because that would make perfect sense. Oh, Vulcan was right there the whole time. It was a Phantom Planet.
It's hard. I don't know. I don't have any footnotes in my research about that.
What, you didn't dive into how Star Trek
I did not dive into
this?
Vulcan.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's also like, do you think it's maybe just the number of like electronic devices we have on Earth? it's that little tiny arc a second where it communicates with us and tells our Wi-Fi to go on the fritz.
I mean, I don't know enough about quantum physics and astronomy to answer that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I do, and I'm going to go ahead and say yes.
Thank you, Dr. Duncan. That's
thank you.
Very helpful.
PhD, planetary human, pretty sure. Dude.
So, to explain Mercury's precession, Albert's theory of general relativity was really kind of the closest way that I think our mortal brains could understand that. At least I think up until this article was written. So Mercury flies close enough to the sun that it travels through a part of space-time so bent by the sun's mass that the planet is dragged a little bit farther each time. This is when we get into metaverse shit, and I love it. I mean, in my brain, that's how I connect it.
What the fuck does any of this mean? Kate, what are we talking about right now?
Because things work so differently in space than they do on Earth. So at the quantum level, physicists are having, conjuring ideas even stranger than any like phantom planet, string theory, multiple universes. Yes, it all, like, we're still, I think, trying to really figure out how it all connects.
So Mercury flies so close to the sun. Sorry, I'm having to actually literally read this to Mercury flies close to the sun that it travels through a part of space-time that is so bent by the sun's mass that the planet is dragged a bit farther along each time. Wait, where is this from? What am I reading? This is the New York Times?
This is from the New York Times.
New York Times? What?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
The fact that things work so differently
it bends the space-time continuum.
Not to mention at the quantum level, has physicists conjuring ideas even stranger than any malevolent planet. String theory, multiverse. Okay, I guess I'm there.
Kind of, right? Well, like, it's so.
Thank you
Einstein's
for this.
Theory of general relativity.
Letting me take that moment to understand.
No, it's big, right? It makes my brain go like whoa, 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 whoa,
whoop, 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 whoop. There's this meme. I'm sure that I have sent it to you or told you about it, but maybe not. There's this meme of like a Shiba Inu with its eyes going like wall-eyed that I have in my in my meme collection that just says like, my brain is so smooth, like it's insult me all you want, my brain is too smooth, it slips right off or something like that. But that's how I feel all the time lately.
That's really funny. Okay, so let's talk about like the history real quick before we get into like this actual retrograde that we're in now. Mm-hmm. So the retrograde motion is not new to astrology or astronomy, but it is a relatively new mainstream, I guess, topic. So, but the retrograde motion was one of the earliest phenomena that confounded ancient stargazers.
Understandable. It looks like it goes backwards, and you're like, what the fuck is that?
Right. It's super crazy. But as we said, it's so popular now that the amount of Google queries for is Mercury in retrograde has increased tenfold since 2009. It's really
quite the fold.
Increased. Well, it's tenfold not being in a statistically accurate number, but it's really boomed. It's gone up. It's gone up.
It's a lot. It's a big increase.
So, going into like just briefly the history of astrology as we think of it today, and we talked a lot more in depth, I think, about astrology in previous episodes, in our episode with Durgadas Alanduriel, but the type of astrology that people in the West are familiar with, because I don't know if we got into this too much, but it got to start in the 1930s. earliest horoscope, maybe we did talk about this, was in the British newspaper, the Sunday Express, in 1930 by astrologer R.H. Naylor. However, it was a magazine called American Astrology that published the first 12-paragraph horoscope tying birth date to signs in the zodiac. Before that, people just kind of really used almanacs, and there was not really any kind of personalization, or as I like to think of it, narcissism tied to the stars and signs. So that language really kind of developed in the 1930s. Using it as personalized fortune telling, it started to kind of gain popularity as more and more newspapers picked up these types of horoscope columns. Boston Globe, Los Angeles Times, tabloids, of course. And in the 1960s, Linda Goodman released Sun Signs, a bestseller book that expanded on that notion of being, tied to a particular sign, which is just so Pisces of her. I don't know what her sign is. And then, then along came, like in her book, she talked about romantic compatibility, money, business, how to deal with your employers. So, of course, super, super popular. And then in the 80s, that's when newspapers started to create those call lines for people to call in. Miss Cleo, to get personalized horoscope. Yeah. However, the connotations of Mercury retrograde are quite old, as noticed in an ancient branch of astrology called horary astrology. A person would pose a question, and then the astrologer would determine an answer by consulting a chart, an astrological chart, for the moment that the question was asked. If Mercury was retrograde, it would elicit a negative response. And this, by the way, is from a Time magazine article by Wilder Davis, which was updated in 2018. So a typical phrase that was used in relation to horary questions during Mercury retrograde was "nothing will come of it," meaning nothing will come of the question asked. So so back then it was kind of like Mercury's retrograde.
Yeah.
Your question's null and void.
I was reading a thing about like people treating, they called it like I think it was either the pre-shadow or shadow, and then like the retrograde itself, and then post-shadow, but it's like the shadow bits are when it's slowing down or speeding back up, and then the retrograde is like it moving backwards in terms of what is physically observed in the night sky. And so people obviously, or for good reason, interpreted that as like they look at it and be like, oh, the star that sometimes goes backwards is now slowing down, except it's a planet, but the planet that sometimes goes backward is like currently slowing down, and then it's going to go back, and then like, and so that seems meaningful in some way, one would think, I guess, relative to like, we are slowing down, we are going backwards.
Right. Yeah, so that was, in a nutshell, basically, then, that trend started to really revive and adapt in the 80s, older form of astrology, and then that's kind of where we get our now modern mainstream idea of what Mercury retrograde means, and it became more broad too, right? So now it's, as we said, it's all over the place, and people talk about it all the time. I
feel like it's kind of transcended astrology in some ways to be like a thing that people just kind of say as like a funny haha office thing.
Yeah, it's very like Western pop culture. It's very much like, and quick little rant, I feel like I hate how much vitriol, like specifically straight cis men seem to have about astrology, and like will roll their eyes till the end of the day, and like, think of it as a woman's thing, or that it's like stupid or feminine or whatever, and like, but must go through all these ridiculous rituals for their sports teams.
Yeah, or like believe in the stock market.
Right, exactly.
Stock market's not real, dude. Like
pseudoscience, yeah.
Crypto's not real. Like, if you want to talk about believing in things that aren't real, lots of us do. Lots of us put stock in things that have very little meaning. Yeah, I can be like superstitious about like, if a game is on and I start watching it and the team I like starts doing better, I'm like, oh, I better watch the rest of this game. Obviously, I'm helping. Like, no, you're not, but like, whatever.
But what does it hurt, right? At the end of the day, I'm always like, let us talk about signs. Let us talk about astrology. Let us like, if you like, it's not hurting anything. And like,
take what you want out of the,
Yeah.
And if anything, at least astrology is part of our observable universe.
Right, exactly. Like, you can literally see, like, the constellations and the stars and, like, like, with all the stuff that we talk about, you know, we always advise, don't change straight up, just, like, make huge life decisions based on, I mean, you can, but, like, you know, take everything with a grain of salt, but also, what does it hurt? Chad, get over it.
Reflective tool, entertainment purposes, etc. But also, like, you know, whatever. Yeah, if it inspires you to make a big decision that you were going to make anyway, or that you know in your heart is the right decision, then it did a good thing.
Yeah.
If you know, I mean, we'll get there eventually, but or sooner rather than later. But a lot of the advice for Mercury retrogrades is like, don't sign any contracts. And when you are, for example, a freelancer like me, you really can't just not sign contracts for 3 weeks. Like, that's not really good advice. But you can be like thoughtful about, like, you know, make sure you read all the fine print and all that kind of thing.
Yeah,
and that's always
not bad
good
advice
ever.
You're right, exactly. So quickly, just last bit I'll say before I hand it off to you. In the 2012 survey, a third of Americans viewed astrology as sort of scientific, air quotes, and another 10% as very scientific. Belief was most prevalent among 18 to 24-year-olds, but has markedly increased to 35 to 44-year-olds in recent years. So more Americans believe in astrology, or sort of believe in astrology, than climate change.
No, I mean, listen, I know we run a witch podcast and I love astrology, but that's not good. Although I think also a lot of people do not know which one is which between astrology and astronomy.
Yeah, I actually had to think real hard when I said astronomy earlier, and I said that specific because I was like, make sure you say the right one. It's like psychologists and psychiatrists for me. They're very easy to confuse.
Yeah. I always just remember psychiatrist has the drugs.
Yes, right. See, that's hard. I have to like do some sort of whatever letter connection thing. Oh, and I should clarify. I shouldn't say just climate change, but believe that climate change is influenced by the burning of fossil fuels, which in my mind is that's climate change. But like, just wanted to specify that in case someone came back.
Yeah.
Later.
I believe that the climate changes day to day because of God.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, so, you know, good news, bad news there, I guess.
Guys, climate change is real.
Climate change is real.
Fossil fuels is bad.
Yeah. And not for entertainment purposes only. Climate change is legitimately, literally real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a reflective tool. It's not, you know, listen to your gut. It's not take a step back. It's a very big problem.
Right. Anyway, so Emily, tell us about Mercury retrograde. This Mercury retrograde, what can we do about it?
Okay, I have some fun things to share with you. First of all, worth noting, this year has 4 Mercury retrogrades. I feel like Mercury retrograde is presented like it's is Mercury retrograde like special thing, but it happens 3 to 4 times a year.
Often.
So, you know, we're frequently living through Mercury retrogrades. The first one this year was in January. This current one is from May 10th to June 3rd. There'll be one September 9th to October 2nd, and then December 9th into the new year, January 18th. So there's that. That I was going to say that it's because Mercury has like an 88-day year, but we covered that. We're good.
Oh, sorry.
No. Yeah, that was the right thing to do. Who knows what could have happened. Okay. So before I get into like, activities for the retrograde, things to watch out for, that kind of thing. I also wanted to say that another thing you could watch out for is McDonald's Mercury retrograde deal. Did you guys hear about this? For some reason, McDonald's teamed up with an astrologer to give away free McChickens and McDoubles Tuesday and Wednesday for Mercury retrograde, and was doing like McDonald's themed tarot card readings on TikTok. So if you are wondering whether or not which stuff has gone mainstream, it has.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to read the poster to you. You go first, though.
Please. No. I have nothing to say. I'm just shaking my head.
It's a picture of a McChicken, and it says, "If the universe can't be on your side, at least a free McChicken can." Yep.
I hate it.
That is the world we live in, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else. There was a TikTok live reading on this past Tuesday, at 6 p.m. Eastern. I don't know why I'm telling you the time. You can probably still watch it, I think. It was Madam Adam on TikTok. I don't actually know Madam Adam, so I don't know if they're any good or not, or like if they're legit in any way. But they could be. I don't know. Could be a fun thing to check out. What a
Yay,
world.
capitalism.
Capitalism. I was just shocked. I was shocked that was happening. I feel like McDonald's?
It's like Pride Month.
Who is this McDonald? This is
like
not the
when
Ronald McDonald I know.
like yeah, I know. It's like when when businesses throw up rainbow everything for Pride, or you know, focus. You know, like when Hulu's like, look at these AAPI voices and all their content that happens to feature Asians for Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month, or like Black History Month, or you know, it's just using, you know, I don't know, esoteric interests, I guess I should say, for capitalistic gain. It's being able to slap something different on it and charge a different, you know, it's a marketing tactic.
Yeah, it's someone in marketing being like, oh, I know what we could do.
I mean, we're talking about it, it's working.
Attention. Yeah, I mean, here we are. So don't buy McDonald's. Capitalism sucks.
I kind of want a free McDouble, but...
I do kind of want a free McChicken, but... anyway.
This is not sponsored. This is not paid by McDonald's. We do not...
Yeah, very not sponsored here. Okay, so Mercury, we know that it rules communication as in terms of our astrology world. And this is particularly a Gemini Mercury retrograde. So that's like, woo, that's communication all over the place. So as well as like considering how that could negatively affect your devices, which Mercury rules electronics, and like your communication devices. It also, like, Gemini means really, really consider your words and like think before you record a podcast and accidentally advertise for McDonald's. But I thought that I found some interesting articles that had some good advice. I thought that were what I would have said, and they just already had it listed out. So one, we can surrender to the slowdowns. As Mercury retrograde approaches in traditional astrology, and goes like through the shadow and into retrograde, Mercury appears to physically slow down in the sky and then start moving backwards. So we can emulate that in our own lives. Instead of trying to fight the fact that things are slowing down, that things are a little more challenging, we want to take a moment to just sort of like be cool with waiting for it. The internet is a magical thing. Wi-Fi shoots through your house, and I don't know how cell phones work. So maybe we can all just be grateful that they'll work eventually instead of like, what the fuck? Which is, in fairness to me, yesterday my printer broke down and I was very, very displeased.
That's very Mercury retrograde.
But I'm surrendering to the slowdowns. I was trying to print a black and white document, and it updated itself and then decided it was out of cyan after the update, which it wasn't before the update, which I think is some sort of scam. But
printers are like...
Why did it need blue anyway? I was like, printing black and white. And it was like, I can't. And I was like, you can. I know you can. Anyway, clean out your closet. This is a good Mercury retrograde project. It's nice to do something on a physical level. It doesn't require any devices. And it's, Mercury retrogrades are generally, and especially Mercury retrograde, is a good time to like finish projects. So finishing your own project, like clearing out your clothes, going to the Goodwill, figuring out all those stacks of papers on your desk. I'm reading this from an article, but it's also feeling very like directed at me. I feel like this is a little pointed.
You feel attacked.
I feel a little attacked. Yeah.
Emily.
Yeah. Mercury rules Virgo, the great organizer of the zodiac, is what this. Although I think it's actually Gemini, but maybe it also Virgo, or maybe Virgo.
I think
I don't know.
Both, because signs have. There's not enough planets for signs.
Kate, so smart. Thank you for being brain.
Brain, good.
So yeah, doing a little late spring cleaning is this is the perfect time for that. If you haven't already, and I have not already. I keep saying I'm going to, and haven't actually done it. Finish projects. Yeah, man. Listen, projects that are on the back burner. Mercury retrograde is a good time to start tying this stuff up. It's also a good time or a bad time to reach out to people you haven't seen but are thinking of. So positive relationships, this is a good time to rekindle, people you've lost touch with or you haven't seen in a while. But it's also, retrograde may call you to text an ex. Consider not doing that unless, it's a good idea for you. You know whether or not it
You
is.
know.
Think about what your best friend would say and then do it or don't, you know? But it might be on your mind. People say don't sign contracts or go through a breakup. You know, if you can avoid breaking up with someone, this is not the time to dump them. But again, you know, like I said, not everyone can avoid signing contracts or breaking up with someone. Or there's also like, don't buy a house during Mercury retrograde. But like, you know, the housing market's tough. If you're trying to buy a house, just like read all the fine print,
That's
you know?
3 to 4 times a year for about a month each time. No, we don't. Just be thoughtful about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's, you can't put your life on hold, but like, you know, yeah, they say don't buy electronics because they're more likely to break. But again, like, yeah, just like read the fine print, you know, make sure that you're getting something that is what it looks like and isn't about to break down. Right. But like, you got to keep moving with your life. Just be mindful, be thoughtful, take a step back, you know, be mindful about it.
Back. Always good advice.
You know, triple check your emails and text messages. Typos are coming for you. They're always here, but this is their season. So,
yeah.
You know, or like consider calling people or meeting in person to discuss things because misunderstandings abound. If you're up for it, you know, I don't know.
Just sent a very intense email to my boss.
Okay,
I'm just realizing it's okay.
I'm sure it's perfect.
I read the draft over like 15 times and then also sent it to a group of girlfriends to read over. 2 of which were writers themselves. So I was like,
yeah, I'm sure you did a great job. Okay. And if not, you know, report back next week. Let us know. I'll
let y'all know if I have a job still or not.
Emailed it to the wrong person or something.
Oh my God.
Oh, the nightmare.
Worst nightmare.
Yeah. So, you know, just be careful with your emails and stuff. Be extra gentle with yourself and your loved ones and everyone. Be extra gentle. You know, now's a good gentle time. Everybody's moving backwards. Everybody's feeling slow. Be nice to yourself, you know, be gracious, you know, like let give people a little room to fuck up if they do. I would say, you know, it's Mercury retrograde. It can ask you to grow. It can force you out of your comfort zone. So just like, you know, take a deep breath, let the slow be, and, you know, let it be with everybody and, you know, try to make, you know, measured moves and, you know, be kind.
Which is good advice always, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like a lot of these things are things we want to do all year round. It's just that, you know, you do get into the fast-paced lifestyle of the city. So it's, or, you know, wherever you are.
Clang.
It's modern life, man. Asks you to move fast wherever you are. So, you know,
it's
look
like,
around.
you know, instead of live every day like it's Christmas, live every day like it's Mercury retrograde.
Yeah, exactly. And then, yeah, so shadow work is another, this is a shadow work season if you want.
Oof.
But, you know, shadow work can be tough. So also, like, think about how it fits into your big picture. But, like, especially the shadow period, like, around Mercury retrogrades is a good time for it too. Just like everything's a little wonky, everybody's readjusting, and like shadow work is also readjusting in some ways and like feeling a little wonky and trying to realign and like trying to get direct.
Nice. I also feel like for me, shadow work always tells me when it's ready to be worked on. I don't decide that. It's like, well, here's feelings coming up, your childhood. Blah.
Ain't that the truth? And then, you know, I mean, before you know it, you do all these things, you'll be out of the woods.
Sounds good. I mean, all that sounds like great advice.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like these are all good things to do regardless. But yeah, beware of tech, travel, and communication, I guess. But especially communication because of that old Gemini-ness of it all.
Yeah.
Okay, so last thing, heads up. According to one website I read and one astrologer, and I think that this tracks with what I know about this retrograde. You know, there are 4 signs that maybe should be, you know, more wary of this particular retrograde. And those would be Geminis in particular, Tauruses, Virgos, and Pisces.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. Actually, yeah, something I forgot to mention. according to Chani Nicholas, that Mercury retrogrades always occur in the same element or element combo every year, which I did not know that. I thought that was really cool.
Oh,
so
interesting.
in 2021, the Mercury retrograde unfolded in air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. 2022 marks the progression to earth signs, so that and it doesn't mean that the whole retrograde takes place during only that. They border or start in, right? So the first one we had Aquarius and Capricorn from January 15th to February 3rd. This one is Gemini and Taurus, May 10th to June 3rd. Then we have Libra and Virgo, and then back to Aquarius and Capricorn. So the dance from air to earth reflects their own processes of manifesting ideas.
Wow.
What are steps you can take to crystallize those ideas into something lasting and permanent?
So what I'm hearing is the retrogrades are coming for us in the next couple of years.
Yes.
Cool.
Gird your loins.
Gird your loins. The retrograde comes for us all. I hear you. So yeah. But yeah, so those 4 signs may or may not feel like shit, especially hits the fans. Yeah. Why not?
Because I notice some retrogrades I don't really feel it, and then there are some retrogrades that I really feel.
Yeah.
That everything that could go wrong seems to go wrong. So that tracks, at least from my own anecdotal experience.
Yeah. I agree. So let us know. I mean, if you are a Gemini, Taurus, Virgo, or Pisces, and you particularly do or don't feel this retrograde, let us know, and we'll know whether or not to listen to this lady going forward. Her name's Marielle Marlis. She's got a lovely picture. She's on stylecaster.com. And, I think my eye was grabbed by the images that they made for this article, which are real hip, real cool.
They did a good job. Good job, designers.
Yeah, they got me. They got me to click. And I was curious, what were the 4 signs that were going to be most affected? Was it me? Not this time, but it'll come for me someday.
It'll come for you soon. We all are in the throes of Mercury retrograde at some point.
Yeah. Kate, I'll send you these articles just so you can see them too.
Yeah. I can, we'll list some of these resources that we pulled from on our website and on our Instagram. But yeah, I don't know. I'm choosing for at least this one. My mindset is cool. I'm okay with this because I love when plans are canceled. I love when I'm told to slow down. When I have an excuse to take time for myself, I'm like, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah,
no problem.
Embracing the slowdown will be my motto. Read the fine print, embrace the slowdown.
Mercury retrograde.
That's right. Anything could happen.
I need to read a book and take a bath. Oh, that sounds really good, actually. Maybe I will do that this weekend.
That does sound nice.
I've been trying to read Pachinko because it's a series now. I think on Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
and I've had the book forever and I've never read it. And it's about my home country. And and I've been trying to do more ancestor work. So yeah, maybe I'll take a bath with a little bath bomb I got from Lush and read Pachinko. None of this is sponsored, by the way.
This podcast not brought to you by Lush, Pachinko, or McDonald's.
No. But if you'd like to pay us money.
Yeah, well, we're willing to talk. We're willing to talk.
We're willing.
Tell me how that is. I was thinking about reading that book because I saw the series keeps popping up and I was like, should I read the book first? I
think the reviews that the murmurs I've seen, the headlines and the Googling seems positive. I'm only like a chapter or so in, but it's good. It's one of those kind of like real epic, multi-generational type of, but it reminds me a little bit of 100 Years of Solitude. I actually haven't read that book in forever, but at least like in form, in terms of just starts off with one family and one couple, and then it just kind of goes, you just kind of go through the generations.
Interesting.
It's good so far.
That sounds very intriguing. I'm intrigued. Yeah.
Anything else about Mercury retrograde that we should say? I'm just like,
I don't know. I mean, this might not be like the best time to do like any sort of manifestation spells or anything like that. I feel like this is more of a self-care period. Personal.
Well, also we're about to have another eclipse coming up. I think actually when this launches, there's going to be an eclipse. Shit. Yeah, probably not the best time to do manifestations in general, since it's eclipse season and Mercury retrograde.
Yeah, more of like like meditate, like do a little self-care stuff, yeah, focusing word, I
Journaling.
guess, you know?
Yeah. Reflecting. Yeah. I think that's a good idea. But, you know, also, you do you. We don't
Yeah.
know anything.
Sometimes the wave just takes you and you gotta go where it's going, you know?
Yeah. Let us know how it's been for you. Like, how
Yeah, like
cosmically.
what's new with you? What's going on?
How are you?
How's things?
Tell your mom you said
Yeah,
hi.
I think that pretty much covers retrograde. Is there, yeah, right? Right.
Yeah, and this is like, I think we could go so much more deep, and like, I think, you know, if you're interested in learning more, we have a bunch of astrologers on our Witchy Resources website that have been past guests that know way more than us
Yeah,
about
who
this
go
stuff.
like to do the deep dive.
They actually do like the math and the science behind it. So this was just kind of like a top level overview. So definitely check them out. Hire them, book them. They're amazing. And, you know, if you do want more from us, you know, let us know and we can bring one of them on to talk about it more in detail. But
Yeah. And, you know, don't fear the retrograde, but also do fear the retrograde.
yeah. It's like, what's a good example?
And most of all, wait, what's the McDonald's? Oh, ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm loving it.
Kate, do you have a deck?
I do. Yeah, let's pull a
I forgot to
tarot
bring one
card.
into my...
Because I was then going to go in a spiral about fast food. Okay. So I have my Universal Goddess deck. I have my Modern Witch Tarot. These are the ones that are just in front of me that I keep at my desk at all times. I have my 4-season Huatu deck that you gave me.
Nice.
I have my Druid Animal Oracle deck.
Haven't seen that Goddess deck in a while if you're up for it.
Yeah.
I know sometimes that one could be a little mommy.
No, I love it though. It's good, mommy.
Good. Cool. Good mommy.
It's tough love, mommy.
Yeah,
It smells like incense.
I love learning about the different goddesses, and I like the vibes on that deck.
It has very good vibes. I use it quite a lot. That one and my Modern Witch. Like I said, Modern Witch is my bestie. Universal Goddess is my mommy.
Love it. Good to have both, you know?
Yeah. Just gonna do a quick shuffle.
Shuffity shuff.
Oh, 4 of Chalices.
The 4 of Chalices upright. I'll get the Beauty Tarot out just to... Do you want to try and remember on our own?
Okay, so going back to our research and my contextual knowledge and what I see on this card, I think it's about like not recognizing the gifts in front of you. Like maybe you feel like a little bit of ennui, you could feel a little malaise. Could be that you're maybe not quite as satisfied with something that you thought maybe had bigger promise, or you're just not, you know, it's I think it's encouraging you to take stock of and have gratitude for what the gifts you do have and like what you are blessed with. And
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, meditation, contemplation, apathy, reevaluation.
There we go.
Yeah. 4 Cups is new invitations and opportunities flowing to you, but for now you're like, nah, or they're turning them away, or you're like not interested, or maybe your cup is full, you have too much on your plate, or maybe, you know, maybe you need to use your discernment, you need to use your good judgment to decide, like what matters to you and make sure that, you know, you're choosing the right projects to go forward into the future that you want.
Okay, yeah. I was kind of there. I was
Yeah,
close.
I think you're there. It's like, it might be like you're turning your attention like inside, you're like realigning to a new phase of life, but also, yeah, I always feel like that card also kind of looks like they're like, a little bored or dissatisfied with your everyday life, or like, not now, maybe later is another message you could be getting from that thing.
Sounds like a really good card actually for a Mercury retrograde.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, are you seeing the opportunities in front of you, and are you choosing wisely, you know, of the opportunities presented to you? And do you need to maybe say no to some stuff?
Yeah. And why do you need to say no? Make sure that that's coming from a place that taps into your higher good.
Yeah.
Right.
Reevaluate.
Yeah. Take a step back.
I was going to say it, but I wanted to let you say it. I thought it, and then I was like...
I picked it up from you. I was like, Emily's going to say it.
You could feel me thinking it.
I could feel you thinking it.
Yeah, checking in, aligning. Love that card. And who's the goddess on it?
Oh, yeah, I guess I should look that up. That I don't have memorized. I don't know all the goddesses. But this is Pandora.
Pandora.
My name is Pandora, and Greece is my land. I possess the greatest riches, but I am not happy. Boredom, monotony, and dissatisfaction oppress me.
Wow.
Which is why she then went and opened the box.
I was going to say, and she's got a neat little box.
Nice.
She's going to
box,
go freaky with it.
Well, you know, if she had just taken stock of what she actually had in front of her and been a little more thoughtful, she might not have needed to open the box. But also, why are all of our ancient myths so intent on punishing women for being curious?
My God. Well, why are all of our current ancient gross guys intent on punishing women?
Yeah. Well,
guys, not to get political, but let's all donate to some abortion funds.
Yeah. Yes.
I assume if you've gotten this far
on
into this podcast, you know what we think. Come on.
Could you imagine if we were conservative witches? That'd be so weird.
That'd be a really interesting combination that I would not want to be a part of.
Yeah, I'm curious how that would like.
How could you possibly track with that? I mean, how can anyone? This is. Right. I don't want to be.
Yeah, that's a whole. Yeah, that's a whole thing. But anyway, we're liberal. We believe in the right to choose. If you like us, please follow us at Witchcast Podcast on Instagram. Or shoot us an email at witchcastpodcast@gmail.com.
Perfect segue.
Check out all of our resources on witchcastpodcast.com.
And until next time. Oh, what?
Wait.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. A little review.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Don't forget to give us that little review if you want it. Yes. 5 stars all around. You, me, we're giving you 5 stars. So, you know, feel free to give it back.
Yeah. If you choose, we believe it's your right to choose to give us a positive review if you like us. Yeah. But if you don't, that's okay too.
Yeah. If you don't have to review us.
It's fine. We're losing it. Okay. And until next time.
This has been fun.
I wanted to say too, also, I'm crying. Our intro was so solid. It was like probably the most solid intro we ever had. And then the ending is like the biggest mess. Oh, please keep all this in. Okay.
And until next time.
Hex yeah!
'Cause it's Witchcast.